What is good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason, and happy Thanksgiving to all my friends, followers, subscribers. Well, south of the border for me. Man, happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. I know we all have a ton to be thankful for in our own life, but we also have a ton to be thankful for as Miami Dolphin fans right now with the way this season has started off. So I just wanted to take a moment and wish all of you a happy Thanksgiving. And hey, put it in the chat right now. Besides the turkey, besides the ham, besides the main dish, what's your favorite side dish? Because most Americans tell me their favorite side dish is mac and cheese. Now, as all you know, us Canadians, we have our Thanksgiving in October. My favorite side dish is these cheesy scallop potatoes my mother's made since I was a kid. They are like, you know, my wife's tried the recipe. Other people have tried the recipe and never succeeded quite like my mom can do it. So that's my favorite side dish. It's not even freaking close. Marino's Goat says the stuffing. Yeah, I love the stuffing too, brother. Chef Juice says mac and cheese. Ray Finkel says giblets. There you go. Matthew Cook says his favorite side dish is kicking the Jets' ass. That squash casserole, sweet potato casserole or green bean casserole from Josh Miller. Jay Rose says mac and cheese. Hooked Up Joe says sweet potato pie with marshmallows on top, a little burned. Russell, he's coming through with the deviled eggs. There you go. Man, it's, I'll tell you, I'm jealous of all you guys because, you know, basically, I mean, at least up here, I don't know how you guys do it. Thanksgiving dinner and our Christmas Eve dinner are basically the same, you know, turkey, stuffing, all that kind of stuff. So it's like one of my favorite meals of the year because I only have it a couple times a year. So I'm jealous of all you. Trav says buffalo steak. Oh, he's throwing a couple steaks on the Barbie today. Attaboy. Attaboy, living it up. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you as, hey, we are, about 27 hours away, about 26 hours and 40 minutes away from kickoff on Black Friday, man. Let's go. It's going to be a good one tomorrow. I'm going to be running around all morning doing some shopping with the wife and then come home and get to spend that time with you for that game. And, yeah, we're about, 10, 15 minutes away from kickoff to the afternoon games. So thank you for spending a little bit of time with me between Thanksgiving and football being on all day and family and stuff. I don't expect, you know, a mass amount of people here today, but I wanted to get this preview show out. Obviously, no Neil today. Thanksgiving. He wasn't able to do it, so there you go. Russell also says he is going to try his first deep-fried turkey. All I'm going to say to you, my friend, is don't do it in the house. That's all I'm going to say to you. Look at Chef Jew living the life. He's cooking and baking right now. What you baking on, Chef Jew? What you got going on over there, bro? You let me know. So, appreciate Chef Jew, one of the day ones, one of the probably the best baker in this chat. That's for sure right now, huh? Might be the best cooker too. Darth says he's smoking a turkey. Attaboy. Guys, do me the favor. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you're new. John, he likes the green bean casserole, the deviled eggs, the turkey dressing, and the cranberry sauce. He likes everything. I'm going to be honest with you. The one thing I do not like about Thanksgiving, I hate cranberry sauce. I can't stand that. I mean, that's like putting like jam on your... I'm not down with the cranberry sauce. Oh, look at Josh Miller. He's going to a deep-fried Cajun turkey. I'm not down with miss me with the cranberry sauce, please. Miss me with... Come on right now. I don't know how. That's like putting jam on your turkey. What are we doing here? You know, listen, coming from a white person, that's as white as it gets. I'm going to be honest with you. It's as white as it gets when you start putting cranberry on your turkey, baby. I'm going to be, listen, this is coming from a Caucasian here. That's, you know, that's white. That's too white for even me. All right, let me tell you that. All right, I can't get down on that. You know, what are you gonna do? Might as well put some peanut butter on it while you're at it. I can't get down with that cranberry sauce. I'm sorry, man. Listen, I just can't. And this is coming from a guy who I like white cranberry juice. You know, I'm not a huge red cranberry fan, but are we serious with that? You know, and people, you know, the way it comes, how it comes out of the can. Yeah, you ever seen the plate where people just take it right out of it? It even keeps the shape of the can. It might fall a little bit, but I'm sorry. Josh says no. The cranberry goes on top of the dressing. Oh, bro, why am I gonna ruin my stuffing or my dressing? Because I'm gonna tell you, up here we basically call it stuffing, right? Dressing feels like a more American terminology. By the way, my wife makes two dressings or stuffings. She makes the special one she makes that the whole family and my extended family loves. But I am a straight out of the box. Give me that stovetop stuff. I love that stovetop stuff, but I like her stuffing too. But she makes it she actually uses ground beef in her stuffing and has this really complicated but good stuffing that everyone loves. Like my niece and my nephew love that crap. And well, it's not crap, it's good, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm not gonna ruin my stuffing with no cranberry sauce. That's the last thing I'm gonna do. Where am I? I'm in Canada. Yeah, so I had my Thanksgiving last month, right? So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I'll tell you one thing, a thing that's way more American that I don't see it is up here. You guys with your sweet potato casseroles and marshmallows and stuff, that's way more of an American Southern thing. We don't have. I would love to try it. We don't have it up here, man. I'm happy when we get cornbread because I love me some cornbread. Look at Chef Jew. Chef Jew, chewy peanut butter cookies, chocolate chip pecan cookies, mac and cheese, stuffing, candied yams, collard greens, and he was going to make banana pudding but forgot something. Oh my God. Are you serious, Chef Jew? Yo, y'all need to hit up Chef Jew, by the way. If you didn't know, he caters. All right, if you didn't know, Chef Jew literally caters. Gary says he's current situation. He's cooking his first turkey on his own, and he's 59. Attaboy. Hey, we gotta do sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't never cooked a turkey myself. My wife cooks it. I carve it. You know. So look at it. It's not on the turkey. It's on the side. The cranberry. So what? You eat the cranberry by itself? Stop. Ronnie, is it true here? See, Ronnie asked the real questions. He uses the most of his chat time. Is it true Canadians drink milk in a bag? Yes, you can buy white and chocolate milk in a bag. All right? I should actually go grab it right now to show you guys what it looks like. All right? I really actually should. But, I got to go out the door upstairs and grab the bag. Hold on a sec here. Miami Breaker says, hey, can I get a hell yeah, go Fins? Hell yeah! All right, see, now I feel like I'm obligated to go grab a bag of milk and show y'all what the deal is, okay? Hold on a sec. Let me, until we go, what am I going to put up here for you guys, all right? All right, I feel like I'm obligated to show you guys a bag of milk now. That's what you guys have done to me. So I'm going to use the most of this time. And while I go grab the bag of milk, I want to thank all my patrons and channel members. Smash the like button if you're new. Here you go. So thank you to all my channel members. I appreciate all of you guys. Now, where was I? Oh, this is where I was. This is a bag of milk. This is a legitimate bag of milk. Okay? You can get it in chocolate. The chocolate will come bag too. And it comes in a master bag. All right? There's 3 of those bags in one big bag. So, listen. It is real. The myth is true. And you know what? You know why they're healthy? You know why it's cheaper than buying an actual carton? But also, when you have kids and you're rolling through milk, with bottles and stuff, you need bags, man. You'd be going out for milk every day. So, does it taste different? No, it tastes the exact same as if it was coming out of a carton. It's just like, it makes a lot more sense if you have kids and such. That's all. But, yeah, it's real. It is real. So, there it is. Yes, Canada has bagged milk. That is true. Ronnie says, where do you put the picture of the missing children on the bag? We actually don't rock that. I mean, I guess you could put it on the master bag, the bigger bag that holds the 3 bags. You could put it on the back of it if you want. But 3 bags come in like a white bag that's tied up with like the same tie that you put on like on a bag of bread, tied up with that. So, yes, bag milk. What's my go-to dessert? I love chocolate mousse. I love banana pudding. If we're talking about Thanksgiving, I like banana pudding. Apple pie's okay. Pumpkin pie's okay. But yeah, I'm like pie's okay. I'm more of like a I don't know. I like cake better than I like pie, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? So, what would be my go-to dessert? I don't know. I like ice cream, I guess. But pie's okay to me, but I don't lose my mind over it like some people do. You know what I mean? So, anyways, let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen. Again, happy Thanksgiving. I hope all of you are doing fantastic. So, starting off with the weather report for some of y'all going tomorrow, because I know it is going to be a cold one, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to start off, it's going to be 46 at kickoff and get down to about 43 by the end of the game there. I mean, that's like 6 degrees Celsius up here right now. Just to put it where I'm at right now, just to put things into perspective, what I'm dealing with in Canada right now, the current temperature where I'm at is that exact same temperature. It's about 6 degrees right now where I'm at. It's 43 Fahrenheit where I'm at right now, around there. So that's what I'm feeling up in Canada. So it's going to be a cold one. I know the MetLife takeover, some of y'all getting out there and trying to do your thing. Like, it's going to be a cold one. Bundle up. It ain't going to be no Miami weather, that's for sure. Like, bundle up. So, hey, and we're going to, cold weather games late November. We're getting into it, ladies and gentlemen, right? We're dealing with this. What's Baltimore going to be in December? Ask yourself that. And, yes, Lisa, hey, shout out to Burnt Grass for continuing to do the Lord's work in the chat right now. How do you open and close the milk? You cut the milk open on the corner, and then we have basically, I guess you could call them like, it's like a kind of like a pitcher, right? And milk, we call it a milk jug, obviously. And you throw it in the pitcher, and then you just pour, and it always stays open. You always trim the corner, and it always stays open. That's how it works. But you got to be careful, because when you cut the top, because the milk's so high up, the bag will flop because of the weight. So you got to like hold the other tip of the bag for the first pour. It's a process, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, it ain't no joke up here with bagged milk. All right? It ain't no joke with the bagged milk up here. Shout out to Ronnie for giving us the hot topic of conversation by asking the hard-hitting questions that all Americans should ask Canadians. Oh, look at this. Look at Burnt out here, Canadian ways. He makes a small cut on both corners to prevent the bag from collapsing. Wow, look at you. Look at this guy. He gets dual airflow, so there's no collapsing. I love it. That's hilarious. Oh, man, he kills me. Gillespie. All right. Oh man. And burnt grass too. Attaboy. So this is what it looks like. We are still expecting an injury report to come out at sometime today. Now the team itself is traveling to New York like as we speak. So maybe when they land later tonight, it'll probably come out around 5:00. Now, that said, if you listen to what McDaniel and everyone said yesterday, they were basically, basing if guys were going to be able to suit up for the game. They were basing it on Wednesday participation because Thursday's a travel day. So, when you look at it here, obviously, one key thing we had yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, one thing that cannot be missed. All right. The Dolphins yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, all Dolphins on the 53 were accounted for at team practice yesterday on Wednesday. What does that mean? That means Durham Smythe and Robert Jones were back after Durham Smythe not playing last week. Robert Jones has been out, and Durham Smythe said he's going to be trying to go this week. He's going to be trying to go this week, ladies and gentlemen. So Durham Smythe is probably going to be out there more than likely. That's good stuff right there. That's good stuff. And you know what? Maybe Robert Jones can go. And if Robert Jones can go, now you have an interesting decision with either Lester Cotton or Liam Eichenberg. So now on the flip side with New York, Michael Carter did not practice for 2 days in a row. Mekhi Becton limited. Sam McGuavin, the former, he's going to try and go for this game. He is going to try and go for this game. That ain't no joke. He wants to come out and play his old team here. So that's what we're dealing with on that side. Mekhi Becton, I don't know. Again, the Jets, they activated Dwayne Brown, tackle, today on their active roster. So that means probably by their activation of Dwayne Brown, that might mean Mekhi Becton might not be able to go. They activated Dwayne Brown today. So by the activation of Dwayne Brown, that could be their sign of telling us that Mekhi Becton is not good to go for this week. So, other than that, they're a pretty healthy squad, minus obviously Aaron Rodgers. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. Mekhi Becton, Dwayne Brown, let's feast. He can be rusty if he's out there. It's been a minute since he's played. I mean, Dwayne Brown, when was the last time he played football, man? He played, let me see here. He last played. Hold on. It's been a while for Dwayne Brown, hasn't it? If I remember correctly, he last played. Okay, here we go. Dwayne Brown last played. What? Oh, geez, in their game against Dallas. So, it's been a minute since Dwayne Brown's got some meaningful snaps this season. Yeah, he hasn't played since the Dallas game when he played left tackle this year. It's been a minute, and he's been hurt, right? He hasn't been good since 2021, right? But yeah, he has not played for quite some time here. So, feast, 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 baby. Gobble, gobble, gobble. That's all I got to say. We're going to eat some turkeys. So we'll see how that goes. But that's your injury report heading into this weekend. Now, how do these teams stack up? It ain't pretty on offense, I'll tell you that much. But they stack up a little on defense here. You look at right now, you got the number 1 total offense going against the number 30 offense. You got the number 1 pass offense going against the number 30 pass offense. And this is after, and now it's only going to get better for the Jets if they brought on Tim Boyle, 0-3 record as a career starter, 3 touchdowns and 9 interceptions, a 50.9 passer rating. Hey, I see only up for that 30th ranked pass offense? No. I'm going to harp on it. They're idiots. The Jets are idiots. They should have started Trevor Siemian. He legitimately gave them the best chance to win. And we're just going to go out there and absolutely destroy Tim Boyle. See, I would be more worried about the Jets if they had Trevor Siemian. Not that I'd be worried in the end, but I'd be more worried because at least Trevor Siemian's won at the NFL level. Not saying he's great, but at least he's won. What has Tim Boyle done? Nothing. He might make it even worse. Because he's going to push the ball probably a little bit more than Zach Wilson down the field. He's probably going to turn the ball over more. Real talk. You know, Zach Wilson's missing throws and taking the underneaths and taking the safe throws. But at least, and he still turns the ball over, obviously. But you think it's going to get even worse if they start pushing the football. Let me be the Burnt Grass says, I hope he targets Ramsey. Well, I think he will, by hook or by crook. So, yeah. And then look at this. Number 2 rushing offense against a number 23 rushing offense. They can't get anything going because they got no pass offense. Breece Hall having a good year this year. Can't do anything, though. What are you going to do behind those, What are you going to do behind that quarterback play? Really, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? The guy's averaging 4.7 yards per carry. He has only 2 touchdowns. I mean, what are you going to do? You can't do nothing because you're going to get so behind. You just got to keep throwing. Russell, do I think Robert Hunt plays? No. I think Robert Hunt might not play. I think that, I think Robert Hunt and Devin Achane are the 2 to watch. I don't think he plays. I think he gets the same treatment that Connor Williams got that first game he was active in the gear, but actually didn't play. I think that's what happens with Robert Hunt. And my honest opinion. Scoring offense. You got the number 1 scoring offense. Look at, we're averaging 30.5 points a game. They're averaging 15 points per game. Number 1 against number 30. Good luck. And then, again, you look at they're 30th in the NFL in allowing sacks. They've already allowed 40 sacks. The Miami Dolphins have only allowed 16, third in the best in the NFL. Third down offense. Talk about the 32nd ranked third down offense. They're only converting third downs on a 22.9% clip. That's terrible. They're not even they're converting a little over a fifth of their first downs. Not even a quarter, a fifth. Now, this is where we shift as we go down here. Total defense. 12th ranked defense against the 11th ranked defense. 319 to 316 in terms of yards per game allowed. Right there. Passing defense. The number 5 passing defense is going against the number 1 passing offense. And we got the 14th. And either rushing defense, they're terrible on the ground. Terrible on the ground. They're allowing 137.6 yards per game. We are allowing 99.2. We're the 10th best rushing defense in the NFL. We've come a long way since week 1, have we not? Since week 1, we've been one of the best rush defenses in the NFL. And then you look at the scoring defense, we're 23rd, they're 11th. Sacks, we're the 9th best. We got 31. They're tied for 18th. They've got 26. Third down defense, they're still allowing teams to convert. We're a better third down defense than them. We're only allowing teams to convert at 35.9% clip for 11th best. They're allowing teams to convert at 39.6 clip for 20th best. Takeaways, you got 16 for the Jets. So that's 8th best. You got 25. You got 25th ranked Dolphins defense and takeaways have only got 12. Giveaways, the Dolphins have given away the ball 16 times, while the Jets have given it away 18 times. Dolphins 21st, Jets 25th. So, I mean, look at this. Two interesting. We got the number 1 passing offense going against their number 5 overall passing defense. But we also got the number 2 rushing defense going against their number 30 ranked rush defense. I'm going to tell you this much. If Tua gets into a rhythm, if we start handing the ball off and we find balances around, they're in trouble. They are in trouble. So, man, when you look at how these two teams stack up, I'm telling you guys, the Dolphins are in a unique opportunity to win 2 games in the first 5 weeks out of the bye against the Jets. And I think really the confidence that would give if this offense can handle that defense. I don't mean, turnovers lead to us getting the ball at their 30 and we keep converting. No. I mean, if we can do that, but also have a couple sustained 70-plus yard scoring drives on them, and we put up points on that defense twice in a row, that's huge. And that's a massive, massive confidence builder. I'm going to tell you this much. Let me tell you this. I truly believe this. If you can dominate this defense, I think you can dominate any defense in the NFL. If you can dominate this defense, I think you can dominate any defense in the NFL. They're that good on defense. Just like I think if you can dominate our defense, you could probably dominate any defense in the NFL. I really do. The way they're playing right now, by the way, I mean. Not early on when they're figuring out their legs. I'm talking about the way this defense is playing right now. If you can dominate our defense, you could probably dominate any defense in the NFL. Mahomes certainly couldn't. So, and, I said this yesterday. I truly believe that if you add up game 1 and game 2 we're going to have against the Jets, I don't think they're going to have more than 20 points against us if you add both games together. I really don't. I think they're going to get blown up. We might even see 2 different starters between the 2 games. I think that's a realistic possibility too. I think you could see Boyle this week, then Simeon or Zach Wilson next time. Well, Zach Wilson might be gone because he's the third. He's on the third on the depth chart now. So let's get into my keys to victory for the Miami Dolphins. And on offense, number 1, I mean, we can all agree with this with what we've seen lately. You got to protect the football. All right? We're getting a little too careless with that thing. A little too careless with that football. We got to take care of that football a lot better. And Tua, my guy, everyone knows there ain't no bigger supporter of you. I'm looking at you, though. And everyone knows there ain't no bigger supporter of you than me. And it's been like that since day 1. But I'm looking at you right now, sir. And I'm not even looking at you just for your 8 interceptions. I'm not. The fumbles, my friend. Tua Tagovailoa has 9 fumbles this year. 9! 9 fumbles. He has more fumbles than he has interceptions. Got to clean it up, brother. And last week, when we saw the fumble, that could have been simply avoided by sliding. But you dove, and you gave them a chance to knock it out, and you also gave them a chance to lay a licking on you. So we got to protect the football as a team. Okay? We have 14 fumbles on the ground. Raheem has 2. Achane has 1. Tua Tagovailoa has 9. We just got to be better. We got to be better. So, I mean, Tyreek has 1. Got to protect the football. Don't give them any free points like you gave Aiden O'Connell, especially in their house this week. All right? And I agree, Reginald. Yeah, some of those are bad center. But, I mean, there's total avoidable ones like last week that I brought up. And we you're right. A lot of them are on the center, so it is what it is. But yeah, you got to protect the football. Don't give them any extra drives. Don't give them any extra points. Stop. Number 2 for me is Tua needs to slice and dice. Or in Marino's terms, pick a guy and let it fly. All right, you need to get cooking, my friend. You need to cook. Right now, when you look at the New York Jets in coverage, I mean, they're pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. They're not slackers by any stretch of the imagination, all right? Let's be real here in coverage when we talk about what they're doing in coverage right now, all right? You look at what they're doing here, and I mean, Jordan Whitehead and Tony Adams are seeing most of the safety snaps with some Adrian Amos sprinkled in. All right, you look at the safeties. Jordan Whitehead's allowed 6 touchdowns. He has a 107.5 passer rating when he's targeted. He's allowed 205 yards after the catch, and he's allowed 319 yards. He's allowed 319 yards on 16 receptions, 25 targets. He's allowing 19.9 yards per reception. I'm just saying. Now, Sauce, when he's targeted, he's allowing about an 89.2 NFL passer rating. He's only allowed 1 touchdown. You look at their corners, guys. Their corners have only allowed 2 touchdowns all season. Gardner's allowed 1, and Michael Carter has allowed 1 as well. So their corners are locking it down. Now, Michael Carter did not practice the last 2 days. Is he going to be out there? I don't know. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty good when we're this many weeks deep into the season and they've only allowed 2 touchdowns. Most of them are coming from their safeties are letting them up. Safeties are getting burnt and letting them up. So, and this is even after they got shellacked last week 32-6 by Buffalo. Right? Like Buffalo beat them 32-6. And Buffalo is a team that historically has problems with them. The Jets beat Buffalo earlier this season. So, I'm just saying. I'm just saying here. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all works out. It's definitely going to be interesting to see that. But, does that mean we're going to see a ton of DJ Reed? Is that what we're going to be seeing? A ton of DJ Reed? Because right now, DJ Reed, if you look at DJ Reed right now, he only has an 85.6 passer rating when targeted. He's only allowed about 161 yards on 19 receptions. He's only allowing about 8.5 reception. Sauce Gardner's allowing 8.3 yards per reception. He's allowed 192 yards on 23 receptions. I mean, is this potentially where we are going to have, Sauce Gardner hasn't had a 100-yard receiver. He hasn't had a receiver put 100 yards up on him yet this year. Think about that one for a second. So is Tyreek going to be the first one to do it? So that's what you got to ask yourself. Michael Carter, when you look at Michael Carter, he hasn't allowed a 100-yard receiver as well. When you look at DJ Reed this season, DJ Reed, he has not allowed a 100-yard receiver yet. So is Tyreek or Waddle going to be that first guy? Tua's going to need to slice and dice. And then a healthy running back needs to step up. Ladies and gentlemen, we just went over the numbers. We know where they rank against the run. Okay? Right now, as a defense, they're allowing 37.6 yards per game. They're 30th in the NFL against the run. One of these guys needs to step up. Who's ever healthy, Mostert, Jeff Wilson, Achane, if you're good to go, someone needs to step up and make this happen. All right? The yardage is there for you to eat up. Period. Now, let's get into my defensive keys for the Miami Dolphins heading into this week. And you got to get to Boyle early and often. You have to rattle him and force him into bad decisions. You have to. And, guys, the fact of the matter is this. That offensive line is a little banged up, as we just went over, right? They're just a little banged up. Mekhi Becton has allowed 31 pressures, so we kind of might wish he was playing. But Laken Tomlinson has allowed 31 pressures. Connor McGovern's allowed 18 pressures. Elijah Vera Tucker allowed 14 pressures. We're going to have a chance to get pressures here, all right? And we're going to have a chance to make him feel uncomfortable, kind of like what we did in that second half to Aiden O'Connell. That first half, Aiden O'Connell seemed comfortable in the pocket, trying to make throws, trying to make plays, et cetera, et cetera. Well, you flip that, and, that second half, when that pass rush was getting there, when that pocket was getting some push to it, when we were getting some penetration in that pocket, you saw the issues rear their head. You saw the issues come to life for Aiden O'Connell. You saw the interceptions pile up. You saw all of that. So get to Boyle early and often. Let's not let him get comfortable. Let's not give him even a half of breath. Let's get to him early and often. Number 2 for me is you got to keep Breece Hall in check. He's probably the one. Listen, if they had a quarterback that could get him the ball, sure, I'd be concerned about Garrett Wilson a little bit, even though we got Ramsey and we got X who would wipe him out. But Breece Hall, now, our run defense has been phenomenal since week 1. One of the best in the league. And to me, keeping Breece Hall in check is going to make life even tougher for Tim Boyle. Now, also could be getting out to an early lead. If you get out to an early lead, they're going to be forced to throw. They can't just run the game away, right? So keep Breece Hall in check. And that does not mean allow Dalvin Cook to have his first good game as a Jet against us. Okay, let me straighten that one out so there's no discrepancies or miscommunication on that. And then there's just no excuse not to get off the field on third down defensively. I mean, they're converting at a 22.9% clip. Stop this right now. All right, like if they're in 14 or 15 third down situations, they should maybe have 3 conversions. Maybe. This team is bad on third down, and right now our defense is 11th in the NFL. It's only allowing a conversion clip of 35.9%. They're converting at 22.9%. So this defense, no excuses. Get off the field on third down. And I'm going to tell you this much. If you get to Boyle early and often and you keep Breece Hall in check and your offense puts up the points and does what I did on my offensive keys, this is good. We're going to put up more points than the Bills did. This is going to be an uglier game than that. This has legitimate chance of getting ugly. It could be ugly by halftime. Now, again, it's a division rival game, so you never know what's going to happen. But realistically, if we play up to our game, and not down to theirs, this should be over. Like, by half. My matchup to watch, I mean, I feel like this is that meme where you got that little white girl on the couch and all the guys standing around her with, what's about to go down. That's what Tim Boyle is right now against our defense. Our defense is about to destroy Tim Boyle. I mean, this is going to be a fun matchup to watch for Dolphin fans. I literally should have put an image here of Boyle sitting on a couch and all these guys standing around to the Katzen couch, man. That's what I should have probably put out because it's going down for Tim Boyle tomorrow. It's going to be bad news for Tim Boyle. I just don't see. 0-3 as a starter, 3 career touchdowns and 9 interceptions, a 50.9 passer rating. You think it's going to get better against us in the way we're playing right now? This team, I'm telling you, this team could have a dozen sacks and like 4 or 5 turnovers tomorrow. That's actually a realistic possibility. That's actually not even crazy to say. Yes, Ronnie, no, we're about to run a train on Tim Boyle. Choo-choo, it's coming, baby. All right? Bite the pillow, Tim, because it's going to hurt. And we're going to make sure you don't want to drop back against this defense. They're going to be calling passing plays, and we're going to hear the rattling of your teeth and the clattering of your knees as you walk up to the line. Blue 42! Blue 42! That's what he's going to be. His cadence is going to be green 18! That's what it's going to be, cadence, bro. That's what his cadence going to be tomorrow when this defense starts coming for him. That's what it's going to be tomorrow, all right? It's going down on Tim Boyle tomorrow, all right? So, I feel sorry for I don't feel sorry for him because I'm going to enjoy every freaking minute of it. But it's going down tomorrow, all right? It is going down tomorrow. Got bad news for your old Timmy boy. We're going to make you look like Tiny Tim tomorrow. Except, instead of saying, well, no, that's Oliver Twist who said, please, sir, can I have some more? Because he's going to be saying, please, sir, no more, no more, no more. Buddy, you better mic up that whole, I cannot wait till Hard Knocks. You better mic up that whole defensive line. I want to hear, because I remember when I'd walk up to the line, what people would be saying, like 13, I'm going to kill you. 13, I'm coming for you. All the time. I want to hear what these guys are. I want to hear the chatter when Boyle's walking up to that line. Oh, my God. Holy jeez. I can't wait. I'm excited. It's gonna be something to watch. I'm gonna tell you, that boy about to be shook. Josh Miller asked tomorrow, does the winner get a stolen Amazon package? I mean, hey. It's all I know is it's Black Friday. It's gonna be a dark day for the Jets and their fan base tomorrow. The clouds are going to be rolling in over MetLife Stadium. It's going to look like a bad guy from Ghostbusters is coming to town, and it's the Miami Dolphins. That's what's going to happen tomorrow, all right? So, burnt grass. Hey, man, go get Shaq Leonard, and you can rotate him and Jerome. That's what you can go do. That's what I'd do. Go get Shaq Leonard, man. That's what I'd do. Now, hey, we all loved Hard Knocks. We all saw how great it is with McDaniel, with his coaching staff. I don't know if you saw it, but The Athletic recently put they both put out The Athletic put out an article which had polls from different players and stuff. They talk about like trash talkers and stuff, but one of the interesting polls was, which current coach would you like to play for? Look at who's number 2 in the league already. Mike Tomlin, number 1. Been in the league for how long? Great coach to work. I mean, look at how he's kept all those Eagles in check. Got the best out of Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. And when they left there, they were disasters. Who wouldn't want to play for Mike Tomlin? But look who's number 2 already. Look who is number 2 already. More than Andy Reid. People would rather play for McDaniel than Andy Reid right now. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. And I'm going to tell you this, another thing. I will say, as I've sat here and thought about it, that's another good beneficial thing about doing this Hard Knocks thing, I believe. It's going to be good for recruiting. People are going to see how these coaches are, how these players are, and you might get veterans. Guys, we're going to be trying to fill voids next offseason with not a lot of money to spare. So we're going to be looking for rookies to step up, young players who we've had on the practice squad. That's why I think they're stashing Anthony Schwartz, because they realize they're not going to have the money to go get a Braxton Berrios or one of these, or Cedric Wilson, or one of these guys that's got to get paid. They got to stash Anthony Schwartz and develop him now and hope for he's ready for next training camp and he can get through training camp and make the roster. That's why I think they're doing moves like that. So I think, a good beneficial thing about Hard Knocks is you can recruit veterans. Veterans will see how our coaches are, will talk to players on our team, and you got to get guys coming in here that can make an impact, but are on, team-friendly veteran deals. We've seen teams do it. I mean, the Patriots are doing it for how long, right? I mean, we got to do that kind of stuff to fill the voids we're going to have. And I think that's, I think that Hard Knocks could benefit us in that. Happy Thanksgiving, Reason, says Daddy Dean. Happy Thanksgiving to you, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the chat. Man, enjoy the games. Enjoy the food. I haven't had a chance to watch a game yet, so I'm doing this. So, smash that like button, guys. Help me out. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new. So, keeping up here, let's get into this. There was a 6-pack of notes from Barry Jackson, and this is what they are. Some interesting things here. So, first of all, Nacho Gate. The debut of HBO's Hard Knocks got the seal of approval from Tyreek Hill, who was featured prominently. Hill and his wife, Keita Vaccaro Hill, agreed to be interviewed in their dining area, and Keita was milked during the Raiders. Was mic'd up during the Raiders-Dolphins game. I was very impressed, he said Wednesday after practice. At first, something that I didn't want to do, but my mom and my wife kind of insisted that we do it. By the way, his mother's a national treasure, man. Oh, is that the own? Like, she was hilarious. His wife's amazing. His mother's amazing. His wife's cool too, but his mother's amazing. Shout out to Mama Hill. She's amazing. Hill was surprised to learn that he grunts while he's running. Yeah, it's crazy. When I was watching, I was like, damn, I grunt when I run. I thought that was crazy too. But here's the thing too. In one of the more memorable scenes from the first episode, a fan spilled nachos on Keita Vaccaro Hill after she lifted her arms in celebration and knocked the nachos out of his hands. The nacho thing, it was definitely her fault, Hill said of his wife. She got back to the car, and her and my mom were like, yeah, it was his fault the whole time. I watched the thing, and I was like, you hit it out of his hand, though. You had me hot at this dude. And now I see the video, and it's like, you feel me? It was funny, though. Once I saw it on Hard Knocks, I was laughing my butt off. Hill said his wife told him that when she got to the bathroom, she had to put water in her hair to remove the nacho cheese. And what about the referee telling him not to do the peace sign? That's never happened with a referee before. That was just something the NFL wanted to get out there on camera. It's crazy. I just played along. I just played into the little game. Just don't find me for saying it, though. So is the peace sign banned? I don't think it's banned. I don't know. I think it's suspended for the moment, not banned. Like, are we serious now? You can't do a peace sign while you're running? They take away celebrations in the end zone, but now you can't do a peace sign. These guys are ridiculous. And look what he said. They've never said that to him before, but they wanted that on video. What a bunch of clowns. Linebacker Bradley Chubb also watched the first episode and said it's pretty cool. Not as invasive as you think, but it still makes a great production. Durham Smythe and Robert Jones did return to practice on Wednesday. And Smythe said, quote unquote, I believe I will play against the Jets on Friday after missing the Raiders game with an ankle injury. So there you go. Straight from the horse's mouth. Hill, Mostert, Jackson, Armstead, Cotton, and Ingold are all expected to play Friday. McDaniel said he's not sure if Achane will play, but there's no risk of him worsening his injury by playing. Hunt said he felt good at practice. He said he's hoping he'll be on the field. McDaniel said he's optimistic that Hunt will be active Friday, but non-committal about whether he would play. There you go. So, Jeff Wilson Jr. will be active Friday after being a healthy scratch against the Raiders. That's another good thing we got. So, there you go. Mike White said the Jets never offered him a contract this offseason. Never even offered him once he hit free agency. I mean, not surprised there. Last season, Christian Wilkins and Zach Seiler had 2 of the 4 highest snap counts amongst all NFL defensive linemen this year. Wilkins and Seiler have been top 12 amongst defensive tackles in that area. And crazy physical conditioning. Now, Last week they wrote about how the Dolphins players admire and appreciate how Tua Tagovailoa blames himself for all his errors, even the ones he didn't commit. White will sit in a quarterback meeting and be amazed when Tagovailoa will blame himself for developments that aren't his fault. Keep in mind that a handful or so of people are usually in the room. Tagovailoa, White, number 3 quarterback Skylar Thompson, Darrell Bevel, and often Dolphins special advisor and Hall of Famer Dan Marino. It happens all the time, White said. That's who he is as a leader. That's why all the guys love playing for him. There will be times he will say something and me and Sky will look at each other like, man, that's not the case. We know so messed this up. And Tua will wear it. Even when we all know it would be easy for him to say, yeah, he messed up. He never says anyone messes up besides himself. That's what you want out of a quarterback. And, I mean, listen, we saw that at the end of the episode, right? I mean, he was going out there and, you saw Zach Sealer, right? Zach Sealer said to him, like, he goes out and and Tua's hugging everyone and he's saying, man, we'll be better, taking the blame for the loss. And Sealer straight up says, there's been games you guys carried us, right? So, I think that's such a big thing about that's a big leadership quality, man. He just shoulders all the blame. Just all the blame. That's a quality. We've seen quarterbacks out in the public eye blame everyone else except them. So, that's just a big quality from an athlete like that, man. So, and our franchise quarterback. Not many guys are that humble, So, got to appreciate it while you have it right now. We've been waiting for so long. Anyways, guys, I keep stressing that I think it's coming, that I think a team is going to back up the Brinks truck for Austin Jackson. And right now, Austin Jackson, his 98.3 pass blocking efficiency rating during the season, that's second amongst all tackles in the NFL. And I know for a fact agents and such bring PFF ratings to the table in negotiations. I just don't know how I don't see. Someone's backing the Brinks truck up. Well, listen, we can have the conversation and we can say for Wilkins $24 million, you could probably re-sign Hunt and Austin Jackson, which is what I would do. Because I'm going to say this. Listen, let me tell all you this. I want to put this in perspective to all of you guys right now. Tua Tagovailoa is going to be the biggest investment the Miami Dolphins have ever made. If they pay him 4 years, $50 a year, that's $200 million. They pay him 5, that's 5 years, that's $250 million. And that's just at 50. If we're talking like around 60, we're talking about like $300 million. My whole point is here, when has the Miami Dolphins ever invested $200 to $250 million in a player before? Never happened. Tua Tagovailoa is about to become the biggest investment this franchise has ever made. That said, you got to keep Austin Jackson. You got to keep Robert Hunt. You got to keep Connor Williams. If you own a business, and let's say you own a business, okay? And let's say, you make a massive investment in one area of your business. What are you going to do? You're going to pump money in the infrastructure around that because you want to protect it. Put it this way. If I came to your house and I gave you a $100 million painting, if I gave you a painting, like out of the Louvre in France, if I gave you a painting worth like $100 million, a couple $100 million, you're not throwing it in your closet. You're just not. You're going to go get a vault, the best vault you can find, and you're going to lock it away in that vault. That's where I'm going with this. Tua Tagovailoa is about to be the biggest investment this franchise has ever made. Well, you better, the best thing you can do with your money is to further invest in that investment by building the infrastructure of that offensive line around him. You got to ensure that investment gives you a return. And your best option of getting a return on that investment is investing in the infrastructure around it, i.e. the offensive line, his weapons, etc. We've seen what this offense looks like without Tua Tagovailoa. I want that to settle in for you guys for a second. Tua Tagovailoa is about to be the biggest investment the Miami Dolphins have ever made. That's a fact. You got to protect it. Got to. And, I mean, that's it. That's all there is to it. And speaking of PFF grades, right now, Javon Holland, he's the highest graded safety in the NFL. He's got an 89.8 grade right now. Highest graded safety in the NFL, Javon Holland. Love it. But listen, that's just the fact. That's where I'm at. You have Tua Tagovailoa is about to become the biggest investment in Dolphins history. You got to ensure you get a return on that investment. Your best way of ensuring that is protecting it. So, smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new. Appreciate all of you. Do me that favor. Help me out with the algorithm. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to get out of here. And obviously, I will be live tomorrow before the game. The game starts at 3 p.m. I'll be live before that. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. Live reaction, Black Friday. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Enjoy your shopping tomorrow. Enjoy your Thanksgiving today. I love each and every one of you. We've got plenty to be thankful for. Our health, our family, our loved ones, our friends, and our Miami Dolphins. Fins up. See y'all in the next one. Have a fantastic afternoon. Enjoy the football. Enjoy the turkey. Enjoy life. Love all y'all.